Money, Marriage, and Media, and we are back with Chic Critique. Now, apparently, according to the ladies, this show was on hiatus for a minute. I don't know. Hey, Lapeef JR is a channel with high level conversations is what we're looking for. We're gonna jump right in. The topic is what's the issue with men being against marriage today? But look, if you got, we're gonna be rehashing a lot of YouTube talking points of this one because this is a popular topic. But let's see if we can get some high level conversations. Now, I will say this from the start of the show, we already have men on the panel. So let's see what we got here. Usually it's just all women until the end of the show, but something different, right? Let's go.
What do you guys think the issue is with men wanting to get married today in 2022? Why are so many men against being married?
Can I take a stab at it?
No, because you're going to be long-winded.
I promise. I'm working on it. Watch. Okay.
Go ahead.
I think it's
Wow.
a few reasons. One, that whole saying about why buy the cow when you could get the milk for free. So they're already getting the benefits of marriage without truly jumping the broom, so to speak. The other thing
Some of the benefits, yeah, but not the biggest one. I mean, remember, the number one reason why men get married is for legacy. So, yeah, we're having kids, but they're not being in the best position to win. They're not raising a household with two parents. So, I mean, I guess you could still argue that because they still having kids. So, but yeah. All right, whatever. Keep going.
think is the probability of divorce and what that may entail, the aftermath of a divorce. So those are the two reasons that I think.
Those are good. Yeah.
Anybody else want to take a stab at it? How about them guys? I mean, that's what they're here for. So,
all right, I'll jump in. One part of marriage is protection and being responsible for our wives and families.
Yeah.
And just the way the world is now, in our Black community, women are brainwashed or were brainwashed by their mothers, and they're full of women families. Most Black families are 90% women. So all these cackling women in the family have brainwashed their young daughters and their young nieces and told them that you don't need no man, you don't need to be protected. And, so at the end of the day, it's not even us not wanting to marry women. Is the women not knowing either how to be a wife because their mother wasn't married. Her mother was a single mother. Her auntie was a single mother. Her cousin was a single mother. So the only thing that the mom or the daughter or anybody knows how to do is to be a mother. And she goes out and looks for a man to mother instead of a man to be a wife to, because you can't teach something that you don't know. So most of the women out here are looking to mother a man instead of being a wife to a man.
Now that's an interesting concept. I don't think I've heard that one before. I'm gonna garner some more research on that. Like, I don't know. I haven't. I literally the first time I've heard that. It's an interesting theory that he poses. I have to see where it goes. Need more information though.
Therefore, we're out here just like, all right, we really don't have anybody to marry.
is that? Oh, really? I got to do the sound effects. Sorry.
Can I ask Mr. Let Go a quick question with something that he said? So you said that you think that women are looking to mother the men that they are with because they were raised by single moms. So do you think in turn that men who were raised in a single-led household are looking for mothers to marry as opposed to a wife?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's another part of it.
Yeah, we've got to do a better job of raising leaders, making our men to be leaders. A lot of times, what happens is that when men grow up in single parent households, single moms, they're used to the mom taking the leadership role. So that's who they that when they married, that's what they want to see. They uh, yeah, it's an unfortunate cycle, but we got to break it. How do we break it? More married people putting more content out there, so that again, if that guy doesn't, if that boy is growing up in a household to where he doesn't have access to male leadership, okay, well, YouTube is a real thing. It's a platform. You can come on here and see how husbands behave.
So it all stems from the single mother epidemic. It's the biggest epidemic. The AIDS epidemic was not as big, as bad, and as terrible and as destructive as the single mother epidemic. It's one of the biggest. The crack epidemic and the AIDS epidemic together is not nowhere near as destructive as the single mother epidemic has put us. But yeah, the men are losers and the women look to mother the loser men because that's literally what they were taught to do. Because if their dad or some man was around when they was growing up, he was a loser. Because there's always that one loser uncle in the 90% women family that everybody babied and fed in Thanksgiving or whatever, and was living with auntie or grandmama or whatever. So that's the only man that they really grew up seeing. So they mothered him and let him live over here and live over there, whatever, or just got out of jail. So overall, the men are trash and the women are looking for men who are trash because that's all they're knowing to look for. Because they don't, you get with a woman that get with a stable, good, responsible man, and the first thing she's going to be like, ooh, he's controlling. Ooh, I can't deal with him. Ooh, he's a narcissist. Because I got an opinion, because I have a certain amount of leadership, because I'm not going to let you mother me. I'm a narcissist. I'm a this, I'm a that. So this is what men deal with. So next thing you know, we just like, all right, we'll just stay single. Because we don't.
He's making some points. It's interesting because those are a lot of the things that women say when they break up with men, when they in their relationships. Yeah, and the whole controlling thing is always funny to me, because if you start asking questions about that, it makes you think that the woman just wants a man who's just going to go along with everything she says. But most women don't want that. So it's just, yeah, again, YouTube talking point. It may or may not pan out in real life. It sounds good on YouTube though, but how realistic is it? Sometimes it applies to life, sometimes it doesn't. But take it. It's just like your salad bar. Take what you want, leave the rest.
Don't really hurt by being single. We could be single till we 55 and turn around and get with a 35-year-old and be straight. So we don't find a woman. We happy as I don't know what being single. So it don't really hurt us.
That 35 and 55 is a rumor, but I rarely see it happen. It sounds good though. But okay, so anybody else wanted to give their opinion on that? Because I have a follow-up question actually.
Well, I mostly agree with Mr. Letgo with men not being able to find marriageable women. And the second part of that is I don't think that too many men know how to be or know what it means to be a husband. So it's kind of a two-part thing.
Yeah.
And the third part of it is what they're fed on social media. They see a lot of the Instagram and the shaking the butt, and the truth of the matter is no man really wants that at all, except maybe for a night or two. That's the truth. We don't want to live with it. And then we hear the accept me as I am in that part, and we're not going for that. We're not going to go for it. So we'd rather fly you out, bust you down, and send you home.
If I can jump in on this as well. I agree with a lot of what's been said already. And to add to it, I'd say that people aren't taught the value of marriage anymore. We talk about the benefits all the time, but the benefits aren't enough for people to want to get married, to tough out a marriage, to stick through a marriage, to go through.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree. I don't think we talk about the benefits enough, Because if you're gonna sit here and tell me that again, one of the benefits of marriage is what is our children are gonna have better outcomes later down the road, and you're gonna sit here and say, well, that's not enough. Something tells me that if you ask the average person one of the benefits of marriage, they're not gonna talk about that though. So are we really talking about it enough? I don't think so. Again, we need more married people making more content so we can get this information out and it can be viewed by thousands.
Through all of the hard work without understanding the value. Like, it's just not going to add up. And until we start to talk about the value of marriage and not just the benefits, I think people will continue to
I'm hoping somebody asks her, what's the difference between a benefit and a value?
choose not to get married.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna speak on it. To me, a lot of women don't want to put that work in. They just don't want to put that work in because it's not easy. It's a job. It is a job. It's an endless job. That's what it is, and you have to work at it every day, every second. You know, sometimes you just don't get the benefits of what you think. So it's like it's something you have to do on a regular basis, and a lot of women don't want to do that. They okay when it's good, everything's good. The sun's shining, the rainbow's out. Everything's great. That's easy to deal with when everything's nice. But when it gets hard, when them storms comes and them issues you have to deal with, maybe even sickness you have to deal with. A lot of women don't want to deal with that. They will be ready to quit. They're ready to tap out and say forget it, because I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm not in love with him because he upset me because he didn't do something I wanted him to do at a certain time. So a lot of ladies are not willing to put that work in to be married. Now, for the guys, like you said, if they don't have to, we're not gonna settle down with you. If I could get everything that you're offering from me, and you don't have no standards, and you're gonna just let me have what I want to have, the wife type benefits, without me being a husband, then we're gonna take advantage until we're forced to change. Are we forced to do something different? Now, if y'all ladies start forced to do something different, then we'll adjust. But if we don't have to, we won't.
Women have turned into the Pizza Hut of this, the new millennial. Back in the day, you order a pizza gets here 30 minutes or less, or your money back type of stuff. We don't order pizza anymore. We just call up a chick. She gets there before 30 minutes. And having a life like that, why get married? I personally want to get married, but just women just giving out pizza like it's...
I'm lost on that analogy. I don't know what he's talking about, but we're going to keep going.
And the pizza be free. Imagine ordering a pizza and it's free. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need no coupon. Yo, I got a coupon. You don't need none of that stuff. You just call up. Yo, come over here.
Understand.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's actually hard to pull yourself away from all of the free pizza to actually, work at a pizza company and make pizza. So it's kind of like that.
What?
But personally, I want to get married. I look to get married.
Okay.
I love family, things like that. But
there we go. Mr. Let Go came through in the end with cut. I can understand that. The stuff with the pizza analogy, I don't know what he's talking about. But I love family, I get that.
it's kind of hard to just pull away from the free pizza. Just because sometimes you come to the door, somebody just standing there with a pizza. Hey, you want some pizza? And you're like, sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
you
that.
just take pizza from anybody, just cheap pizza, free pizza.
No, I open the box and smell it, see if it's hot. You know what I'm saying? What kind of toppings is on it? You know what I'm saying? Certain toppings I don't like, so I'd be like, nah, I'm
Some
good.
toppings you can't get rid of, so better watch out.
Exactly. So I don't like all toppings. I don't like anchovies. You know what I'm saying?
Chantel, there you go with that community stuff.
Okay. Wow. Uh, we're gonna have to follow up with this one because I'm interested to see where it was going. That whole pizza analogy just took a left turn, and I don't know where they were going with that. But what did we come across here today? Well, we started having conversations about the benefits of marriage. Again, I think a lot of times we struggle with this because there's just not enough information out there coming from the people who are actually doing it. So I'm glad that they're putting it out there that this whole Mr. Let Go called it the single mom epidemic. Whatever you want to call it, it's a big problem. But the only way to get through that is the number one is that we're going to have to start biting the bullet with some of this stuff in that you're not going to, no relationship is going to be perfect. And for us as men to expect that is not realistic. Again, I've said this before, you know, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. You're not going to get all that. Not average men, no. 3 or 4 of them, you're doing good. And just go with that. Now, whatever your combination is, you know, you got to figure that out for yourself. Same thing for the ladies. You're going to have to figure out what categories he's specifically looking for. And that will tell you, that relates to the type of man he is. But, you know, you guys work it out and then go from there. But again, on both parties, remember, it's not going to be perfect. So stop expecting that. But look, I will say goes to the next time, and glad to see She Critique is back because, you know, again, high level conversations, that's what we're looking for. But all right, guys, peace. Thanks for making it to the end of this video, but do me another favor, like and subscribe, but also check out these here. Either subscribe or watch videos, one or the other. I don't know which side, but hey, all right.